Hello, it's me, Coco, and it is 12:30 in the morning, and I can't sleep because I have been seeing some content on YouTube, and it's been really bothering me. It's literally keeping me up at night. I still have the crease marks in my arm from the blanket. I want to set the record straight about recycling, about sustainability. Everybody already knows that we're in a global climate crisis. The forests are burning, the oceans are filled with plastic, biodiversity is being threatened all over the world, and with it, so is the future of the human race, my future, your future, the future of our children. Everybody. Scientists have already told us that it's too late to act. I really hope that that's not true, but at least we could slow down the demise so that it's like not a really horrible, painful, slow death. I know I'm not the only one who's sick of hearing about this stuff. Fact number one, yes, the little changes that you make really do make a difference. They really do. And let me tell you why. The amount of trash that you will make in your life and the amount of pollution that you will create over the span of your life is huge. You're gonna make a lot of trash. If you're able to personally reduce that amount of trash, it will certainly make a difference at one trash facility. Now imagine that you're able to influence your friends, your family. What if you make a YouTube video and you spread the word about it? How much will the trash reduce at that point? What if you write a letter to your congressperson, you write a letter to your favorite company and ask them to create policy and products that are actually sustainable? How much do you think that is going to make a change? Are these things gonna happen without you doing anything? No. Nothing's gonna change if you don't change. Nothing's gonna change if I don't change. We have to make a change. And it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be uncomfortable for a little while. But you know what's gonna be way more uncomfortable? When we're out there like 10 years in the future, that 10 years is gonna go by so fast. But like in the future, when we're old people and we're looking around and the world is nothing like what we thought it was going to be, it's way worse. Climate disasters are going to affect each one of us personally, if they haven't already. Every single person. Sorry guys, I'm really fired up. Obviously I couldn't sleep. So this is a little bit different from my usual videos. Usually I like to be really happy and it's natural, right? I'm not faking it. But I'm not gonna fake this either. I'm angry. I'm angry that some people don't get it. And there's layers to that, right? It's one thing to like know that you should be recycling your cans and you throw them in your regular trash anyway that goes to landfill. It's another thing to have a platform and tell people that they can't make an individual change or that whatever they're doing in their life doesn't matter, and then just sit back and, watch your view count rise. Watch your sub count rise. So I don't want to say the name of the person who made the video that made me mad because I'm not trying to drive more traffic to their channel, but I will say that I clicked over to their regular channel because I was like, man, she made a video about this. Maybe, she really cares about it. But all the rest of her videos are all call out videos. They're call out videos about a whole bunch of different topics, okay? So that brings me to my next point is like, I care about this stuff so much. I think about it every single day. Sustainability drives the decisions that I make in my everyday choices, literally every single day. I'm constantly trying to educate myself, and yet I am still not perfect. I do a lot of things that are not considered sustainable and really aren't sustainable. I do a lot of unsustainable things, and yet I still really care about this, and I really want to be a part of the change. If I were afraid of somebody like that calling me out personally, putting a clip of my video in a video saying,
these people are really hypocritical and they don't really care about sustainability,
I might be too scared to make any content at all about sustainability, about veganism. But I'm just setting the record straight here. Everybody knows this already. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm trying. I'm trying so hard every day. And even though it's perfect, it's way better than what I was doing last year. It's way better than I was doing the year before that. And next year, I'm gonna be even better than I am now. I've had the privilege of getting to travel around the world, and I'm so tired of seeing trash everywhere. I'm so tired of seeing communities who didn't really have any say in how all of this went down get completely trashed. Places that were so beautiful before. I don't like personally care about the coral reefs specifically, but like I want to be able to see them in like their beauty and the colors and all the animals and stuff, you know, like I want to be able to see that someday. And I think that because of misinformation, because of people being jaded, and maybe even being afraid of not being able to do it perfectly, there's not going to be enough change in the world for me to be able to see that. And I'm not just talking about me, right? I'm talking about everybody. If it wasn't clear before, what I was trying to say is like, it's okay if we're not perfect. What is important is that we're trying hard without going crazy overboard and harming ourselves or other people in the process, that we're doing the best that we can, and we're always trying to be better. That's what we need to be doing. We don't need to be calling people out for not doing it perfectly, and not even businesses, and I'm gonna get to that later. So let me be really clear about what I mean when I say that we can do things. There's no one solution to the problem. No one thing is going to really fix it, okay? So we have solutions on the individual level. We have solutions for businesses, which are not going anywhere, by the way, not anytime soon, not before the world ends, if we keep going the way that we are going. And we have solutions for government. So let me start with the individuals. We learned this in elementary school. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. It's simple. I'll leave a couple other videos down in the description box about recycling that also made me feel like, and our recycling centers can't handle it. Those are the facts. If we use less plastic, there's gonna be less plastic in the recycling facilities. And I'm talking about plastic here because in most of these videos, actually all of these videos, they're not really talking about the other recyclables. They're not talking about paper. They're not talking about cardboard. They're not talking about metal. They're not talking about glass. These things, paper, metal, glass. These things are way more recyclable, way more sustainable. And when you go out shopping, look for products with sustainable packaging. And that's what I mean. Paper, glass, metal. Metal's the best because it can be recycled infinitely, apparently. America has a huge overconsumption problem and like an under-recycling problem. We need to reduce the consumption, period. Just buy less stuff, especially buy less plastic stuff, and definitely stop buying stuff that you don't need. Boom. When you do get things, reuse them. There's multiple ways to do that. You can repurpose something so that it's serving a slightly different purpose than what you bought it for. And then another way to reuse things is to, you can resell them, you can give them away. I think that's all I meant to say. But just like, give them another life after you're done with them, okay? It's not over till it's over. If that thing still can be used, find somebody who can use it. Somebody out there probably wants your stuff. You know that saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure? Like seriously, it's trash and treasure. Then you recycle it, and recycle it properly. Learn what can you get recycled in your area. Learn how to properly recycle. That means no wishful or hopeful recycling. Everything you put in the recycling bin, you need to know that it can be recycled. And clean your stuff. Clean your recyclables. You just rinse it out. Take responsibility for the things that you let into your life. Side note, and when you do, spiritually it'll be stronger. You will have a greater connection to the world around you when you take responsibility for the things that you let into your life. Okay? Those are personal things that you can do. Reduce, reuse, recycle. You know this. Another thing, vote. Vote with your dollars and vote at the polls. Buy things that are sustainable and really very little else. Vote at the polls for people who are going to represent everybody's interests in taking care of this problem. Even the people who are going to be making a ton of money, let's say Coca-Cola, by selling Coca-Cola in plastic bottles, their lives are going to suffer because of those plastic bottles for different reasons. For the climate change reasons, they're seeing the trash pile up, but they're seeing the money pile up faster in their bank accounts. That's why they're not doing anything about it. When I say vote for your dollars, vote for sustainable companies. And there's a whole range of the kinds of sustainable stuff that you can get. Shelby from Shelbizzle, she recently made a video that touched upon this. Just watch it and then just kind of use it for some food for thought. There's a whole lot of things that are sustainable for different people, and different people have different needs. They're gonna need to buy different things. On top of that, there are companies that are making new products and a whole range of sustainability. But don't write any of them off for not being perfect, because just like people, companies also are kind of imperfect, right? There are some ideas that are just not good ideas, like an ecologically sustainable subscription box. And then there's ideas that at first seem really good and then they seem bad, but then when you look closer, it's a little bit better. Specifically, I'm talking about a brand that I really like and I'm an ambassador for, so full disclosure there, I'm an ambassador for this company, Woven. They make clothing out of recycled plastic bottles. At first you're like,
wow, that's amazing. They're taking plastic out of the ocean and they're making clothing out of it. Man, that's pretty freaking cool. The innovation, the ingenuity, the creativity.
Then you're like,
wait a second. It's still made of plastic, and that's bad. When you wash them, there's gonna be microplastics going into the water system and blah, blah, blah.
it's not untrue. However, they're made out of plastic bottles. The plastic that's entering the water system when you're washing these clothes is really minuscule compared to how much plastic is saved from the water system, from the environment, by making it into something else. And then the environmental impact of making that clothing after the water bottle has already been made and it's already trash, the environmental impact is also way less than, let's say, organic cotton, which is actually really resource intensive. The resources are already there. The resources are literally trash. So don't knock them for not being 100% perfect, angelic, whatever, because as it turns out, you could go for 100% cotton and then it's full of pesticides because it's not organic, and then you go for organic cotton and it takes up a whole bunch of freaking water. There's no perfect thing. That whole part was just about voting with your dollars on companies that center sustainability, okay? I really don't want to buy anything from any company that doesn't have sustainability as a main part of their website, for example. That's one metric you could use. But really just do the best for you. Like I said, try your hardest, try your best, and then keep trying. Let's talk about businesses. They really need to be taking this seriously. And it comes back to us voting with our dollars. Write to the business, tell them it's important to you, tell them you're not gonna buy the product, even the product that you really like, until it is made more sustainably. If companies want to package their products in packaging, package free is the ideal, right? We don't need the packaging in a lot of cases. If you need the packaging, please make it easy to recycle. Make it in metal, glass, paper that are easy to recycle. Don't make it up into mixed materials. Chip manufacturers, for God's sakes, can you make a better chip bag? We can't recycle any of these. The only company that takes them is TerraCycle, and thank God for them. I don't know if I have more to say about the businesses, but now I want to talk about the government. This whole thing about the recycling being shipped off to other countries because we can't deal with it on American soil, they're like,
oh, it's too expensive to do in the US.
But you know what else is too freaking expensive to do in the US? Like meat production and dairy production, they're heavily subsidized by the US government. And I could go into a whole vegan tangent there. But what I'm trying to say is like, why isn't the government paying for the waste management? Why isn't it already a part of the equation? We make this stuff, we should be able to dispose of it. Call me crazy, but I am still a little bit patriotic in my heart, and I do think that Americans have the ingenuity, the know-how, the will to make anything that we want happen. If we want to solve the waste management problem, I do believe that Americans can solve the problem if it is our priority. So tell me, can anybody explain like I'm 5 why more people are not fired up about climate change? Guys, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great not having so much freaking trash everywhere. It's gonna be so nice not to have storms wiping out our electric grid, not having pollution all over our air and our water and our soil, not having asthma and cancer from all of the pollution, not having fracking, causing God knows what problems in underrepresented communities. That's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, but we just need to get there. We need to really try. If you've been doing this for a while, you already know what to do. Just keep doing that. You're doing good. Just keep chugging. You put one foot in front of the other, you take a step. If you haven't really started making changes in your life, just start by one change. Just change one thing. And you can decide what that is. Are you gonna buy things with less packaging? Are you gonna eat less meat, less dairy? Are you only gonna buy from sustainable companies? Are you gonna start reusing your stuff? Are you gonna think twice before you throw something into your landfill trash can? Are you going to start composting? Are you gonna write a letter to your city and suggest that they start a composting program so that all of your neighbors can compost too? Everybody can do something. The question is, are we going to do it fast enough to have a future that we can be proud of? If you're watching this in the month of May 2020, you may still be able to watch the story of plastic through this link here. But in any case, I'll leave a little link to a video that's kind of like a short version of the movie. But please share with me what your thoughts are. I know that I don't have all of the answers, but I hope that it's clear that I do really care about this, and I really do want to hear what other people think. So let me know what you think in the comments section, and we can talk there. And I'd really like it if you like this video and maybe share it with somebody that needs to hear the message that you don't have to do it perfectly. We don't have to do it perfectly. We just need to make progress, not perfection. Thank you for watching. I hope I'm not this fired up in my next video. I normally make videos about vegan food, sustainability, self-care, and it's a lot more lighthearted vibe. No call out vibes here. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. There's a whole lot of things that are recyclable for a lot of different people. Not recyclable. There's a whole lot of things that are sustainable for different people. Some things you're gonna have to just never come back to. Like stupid, like a freaking container for a banana, when bananas are all different sizes and shapes. Why the one container? Okay.